Good morning and a very warm welcome back to Fishing Falmouth 2025, a highlight on my year. This is my annual holiday, and the idea of this video and a series of videos is to just bring you along and let you share a bit of the fishing here in Falmouth. So a very warm welcome, and it is a lovely warm day. Perfect, great day to start off. If you've been here before, you'll know what all this is about. If you're new to the channel, there's several of these adventures that you can have a look at. Go back in the playlist and you'll see there's Fishing Falmouth 2024, 23, and there's some archives and things like that. And it will give you a flavour of what I get up to when we're actually out here on the little boat. She does look little amongst all the other boats, but it's all big on fun. That's the most important thing. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming along. I hope we can get plenty of opportunities. Whether we get out is due to the weather. It's not too bad now, but it is forecast for the wind to pick up, which is the usual story. But I think this year it's going to be coming more in a westerly direction. There's always places you can hide and get in, and there's always something to catch, so that's what we're going to get up to, and it's all good fun. I just love bobbing about on a boat. Now, I arrived yesterday after a very long journey down from Scotland, and I launched on the slipway just across the way there, and then I got the boat in the water, and I went back to the accommodation, well-earned rest. I'm just going to show you a little bit of video that I took yesterday of launching the boat. So, hope you enjoy that, and I'll see you back out when I get out fishing. See you in a bit. That was fairly straightforward. That new trailer is just the business. We'll just let the outboard tick over for a minute. So just checking that the little Susie starts okay. No point having an auxiliary if it doesn't work. Well, it's a fantastic morning, first day. Always feels like a bit of a shakedown on the first day. Make sure everything's set up. My plan is to see if we can get some feathers going for some mackerel. If we can pick something up on the sounder, get some mackerel, then the creel can go over somewhere. We'll go and put that and mark it, leave it fishing for a night. See how it goes. I'll tell you more about the creel later on, because it's a special. If you're a regular on the channel, you'll know about it, but it's a special custom made one. So I'll tell you all about that in a bit. I just concentrate on this corner. Lot of expensive boats, and you know what'll happen if it all goes to rats. You're bound to drift towards the most expensive boat in the marina. You may not be able to see it in the sun, but the Happy Hippie, a great name for a boat. Mile of Marina, this is real time.
Real time, this is Mile of Marina, go ahead.
I just wanted to do a very quick radio check. Thank you very much for responding, over.
Real time, no problem, I can hear you loud and clear. Mile, you're about out.
As you can see, it's just a little bit sloppy. Got a creel over there. I'm just moving out a little bit. I'm in about 18 meters and I'm just trying to pick up some mackerel. I've not seen any marks on the chart, but sometimes it's worth just dropping down, just see if you can feather anything up. I've got some tiny little sabiki things on at the minute. They're my favourite. Look at you, all wet. Do you think my microphone's going to last this week? Covered in salt water. It's not a good sign. I'll dry it off. I just moved you around a bit because I wanted the sun behind you rather than in your eyes, but I'm afraid the boat and the wind have got other ideas. You may be able to pick out St. Maur's Lighthouse in the background there. Let's just have that round the back of the motor. Whoa! Oh, I'm loving it. Yes, all the time I'm sat in traffic on the M5 stationary, I'm thinking fishing when we get there. And here we are. Just keep my eye on whether there's any pots or anything. There's one just over there. It's a bit of a drift, to be honest, bit quick, but I just thought we'd give this a try. 15 meters. I'm winding the lures up, working them up to the surface and then dropping them down again, because I don't know where the mackerel are or if there's any even here, to be honest. If there are, I'm going to catch them. Yes. Come on. Go on, you fish. There's a marker just here. Gonna have to keep my eye on that one. We'll move round up this way, I think. Southwesterly today. But it's gonna gust. Yes, it's gonna gust to around about 20 mile an hour. In which case Phil's going in a bit for some shelter. Today is Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. And by Wednesday I think the wind's supposed to be dying down a bit. Tends to be less early in the morning, I've said that before, so I might just be getting up early. Just got a couple of ounces of lead on here. You can really feel it. Could probably even get away with less, maybe. Not sure I've got less. No, I might go and have a look-ski on the reef there. Just stick my nose around the corner and see what conditions are like. Right, we just move around the corner here, I think. Oh, you're in the sun again. I'll just turn you around a minute. If I put the boat this way round, that's it, you're not in the sun, so this might actually be worth using as video footage. You may be able to see behind me the weather's picked up. We're getting a few white caps. I've got about 2 knots of drift on the boat, so everything's just a bit too quick. I'm going to head back in over there, see if we can find a bit of shelter and have a think about what I'm going to do. This is what it's like when you have to plan your holidays ages in advance. It's not planned around what the sea conditions might be. So we're on springs for a start. So there's a lot of water moving about. Okay, gonna catch you in a bit.
For northwest 2 to 4, backing southwest 4 or 5, increasing 6 or 7 later. That concludes the Maritime Safety Information broadcast. The next broadcast from this station will be in approximately 3 hours' time. This is Falmouth Coast Guard.
Well, that's not good. Hey ho. I think middle of the week it should be all right, he says. We're just heading back round the point, but I think it's time for real time to get herself back in a bit. It's not nice. I'm running for home. I'm going to go back on the mooring and come out again tomorrow. There's no point being out here. It's raining. I'm in my shorts. I'll get cold. So just need to stay safe. Well, it's lovely back in the harbour. Very sheltered. It's not quite the same out there. Cheers. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello. I hope you can hear me above the noise of the outboard. I noticed when I was editing yesterday's video the volume level was a bit low, so I've tried to turn it up a bit for you. Yesterday was really windy. Today it's a bit calmer, but forecast to pick up again. So I'm heading out just to see if we can drop a line or two further out and then work our way back in when the wind picks up. So the first day, no fish, but big grins because I loved it. Back out on the boat in Cornwall. Oh yes. Got the navigator set for a wreck. We're just going to see how it goes. Starting to get a bit more choppy out here. It was lovely and calm back there. Oh yeah. Well, hopefully we can get some fish today, but who knows. But what's not to like when it's weather like this? Catch you later, hopefully with some fish. Well, according to Navionics and my charts, I'm directly on a wreck called the Jersey Queen. So I've just sent 8 ounces and 3 big muppets down. So I'm just figuring which way the drift goes, and hopefully we can get into some fish. It's absolutely brilliant to be able to get out here. Yesterday was awful. But that was yesterday. Today is today and we're out. Look at this. Come on, you fish. I think I might be just off the wreck, but I need to see which way the drift goes. There's about 3 or 4 wrecks in a close area here. So we'll try this one first. This is the lighter of my 2 boat rods. This is the, what's this thing? 12 to 20 pound. I've got a heavier rod just down there with some braid on it. I might use that. Might get a bit more feel as to what's going on. Yes, drifted off a little bit. The wreck is that way. Loving it. Come on. Come on, you fish. Need a fish, otherwise I ain't got a video. Just gonna have a little motor about and make sure we're bang on top of it all. There's not a lot of drift and we've not got a lot of wind. I hope that's not too clicky on the microphone, because that's usually what happens. Fish mid-water. I wonder if that's mackerel. Right, this should take us directly over it. And if it does, we'll come back and do another drift at it. Just want you to hear how quiet it is out here. Beautiful. All the joys of the M5 seem so far away. Brilliant. So this is wreck number 2. I've come out to the Spittle. It's about half a mile to a mile further out than the Breton. There's another boat out here, so I'm probably skirting around the edge of it. They were here first, so I don't want to drift in their way. I've changed over to the heavier rod with the braids just so I can feel what's going on a bit more. It was the Spittle last year where I got some really nice whiting. So the other boat has disappeared. I didn't see them catch anything. I so want to catch a fish, but I tell you what, I'm in heaven. You know it's a good day when the hoodie comes off. It's roasting. There's not a breath. I'll get right on top of the wreck according to the sounder and Navionics. I'm going to give it probably another quarter of an hour, and then I think we'll go and find another wreck, because not finding anything here, which is disappointing. The other boat, there were 2 guys fishing on there. They didn't get anything. They've gone a long way out now. I may go back to that cluster of wrecks over there and try those. Fish on. Taking a couple of dives, so I think it's pollock. Again, sorry about the ratchet. Let's see what we've got. Hard to tell. 30 pound class rod and braid. Let's see. I was beginning to wonder, you know, there isn't much current here at the minute, whether I should cut my losses and try a reef or something. Yes, pollock. Not a bad fish. Look at that. First fish of the trip. Super pleased. Now I wonder if you're going to go back. So I really hope we can get this one to go back. Kissy and send him on his way. Yes! And away. Pleased with that. Not the biggest pollock in the world, but we're off the blank. Beautiful. And it went back. That's fantastic. Let's get some more now. I've been mucking about flying the drone. I'll put some drone footage in for you, little snippets. But whilst I've been doing that, I've drifted well off the wreck, so we'll just go and find that again. It is in fact behind us. It's over there. Very easy to lose your bearings when you're doing these things, especially when you're mucking about with flying the drone and everything. That's it, we're on our way back to it. I think it feels like the tide might have picked up a little bit. We certainly haven't got any wind affecting us at the moment. I really hope that I've turned up the volume on the microphone and we're getting some better sound, because there's a couple of clips I couldn't use from yesterday. Just too quiet. I don't know why that was. I'm sure everything was plugged in. It sounded a bit like we might have been on the internal mic at one point, but I don't know. I hope it's all not messed up for the trip. Just have to do what we do. Oh yeah, here we go. Perfect. Let's slow things down a little bit. Ooh. Beautiful. Right on the wreck. Let's get this rod down. I don't think the microphone was on. I'm going to put some music on and you'll have to lip read. Beauty. Anyway, we're in 64 meters, 65 meters. It's about 56 centimeter long. Yes, I'm taking it for me tea. I'm going to drop down again, have another go on this wreck. That is so annoying, and the microphone wasn't on. The reason why the microphone's off is that between film footages, if you just leave the microphone on, you end up with a flat battery on it, on either this bit or the receiver over there. So, oh hey ho, but hopefully the camera was capturing the action and it hasn't spoilt it too much for us. I'm heading back to do another drift over the same sort of area. If I do hook into another one, I'm going to wind it really slow so it goes back, as I've got enough for tea now. I've got a fish for tea. You may or may not be able to see I've headed in to a piece of rough ground just around the corner from St. Maur's Lighthouse. I've fished here a few times before. I'm currently in about 24 meters and drifting towards where I would normally have fished. I've had pollock, I've had a scorpion fish, I've had wrasse. So I've put the big rod, he says, the longer rod, has got some feathers on, little sabikis actually, not feathers. And that's just kind of fishing itself for the minute. And I've got a little jig rig going, which I showed you before. And I'm just jigging along. We've got a drift of about half a knot. And I think that drift is probably wind taking me one direction, tide taking me the other, I think, at the minute. So I think the wind's winning very slightly against the tide. So my lure is going out in this direction. Trying to keep it on the bottom, trying to keep it as much underneath the boat as I can. I have to keep winding it in and out. It's a technique that I've been watching people do on YouTube, as we all do. And they seem to be quite successful getting all sorts of things. I haven't used it before. It's new to me. But I thought I'd give it a go. You never know. We maybe catch something different today. Well, I think we got something. Yes, we got a mackerel. Oh, lovely one as well. A nice size. We got a mackie. Let me just check its size, because it's, I know you're a bit smaller sizes down here in Cornwall. So 32. So I'm gonna eat that one. Lovely job. So just dropping the small sabikis down for that one. Oh, they can go down again then. It wasn't near the bottom. They were actually, it kind of stopped about halfway. It might just be a solo one. I don't think there's a shoal around. I think there is. Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. Here he is. Oh, better fish. Nice big chunky macca. Now you'll be thinking, is he going to take all these mackerel? I'm going to take some bait and I'm going to take some to eat. So my wife and I like to eat them. We'll have one for breakfast, I think. Just these tiny sabikis. Oh, look at that. Mackerel feather all over the place. Mackerel seeds. Good old mackerels. So I managed to catch myself 3 mackerel. We had those 2 lovely pollock, one of which has now been filleted and is ready for tea tonight. I'm just swapping over to this. It's a Westin D360 18 gram. And I just thought I'd chuck this around a bit because a number of people have been saying that there's bass around. So I've come off this point here, and I also know somewhere a little bit further up the river that I might give a try. So I'm going to do that for the rest of the afternoon. So that's my plan. Let's get to it. Last year I used one of those Savage Gear line throughs, and I've got one somewhere, but I can't find it in the box. So this is the closest thing to it. I've rigged this with a single hook, just a single, and I've got about 3 foot of amnesia fluorocarbon on there. Just let that sink a little bit. Oh, what a day! What a day! Really enjoying myself. Gotta take care here because these rocks do come out a fair way. Just keep my eye on avionics there, and also my own knowledge of where these rocks are. Wind's blowing me onshore at the minute, so again, got to be careful with that. I've had a really great day. It's absolutely brilliant. It's made up for yesterday that was a bit of the weather kind of blew it out really. But today has been much better. It's been much more productive with the fishing. I've been able to get out to the wrecks. We've been able to get the pollock and the mackerel. Been great fun. I've spent a lot of time just here trying to see if I can pick up a bass, but haven't been able to do that. it's always a mark of how good the fishing has been that I've still got some coffee left at this time of day. So I'm going to finish the video here because it's already had about 2 or 3 days worth of material put onto it. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me. There will be more because this is the beginning of the hull. So great to have you on the adventure. I'm so pleased you've come along. Tight lines from me, tail wag from Dee back at the ranch, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Look at that! First fish of the trip! Super pleased! Now I wonder if you're going to go back.